Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today is March the 13th, Friday the 13th, 2026. Do you know, people, before I wanted to start this video, every time I click record, my nose started running. I stopped the video, cleared my nose, start the video again, the trash truck coming. Stop the video, record it again. My wife called me. Stop the video. So you will hear next door, there are some roofers that's putting on this here neighbor's roof. You may hear them talking in the background. You may hear this here thump noise because they're using an air pump to nail that roof. And so it's going to be a little noisy here and there. But I just want to make you people understand that on this wicked day that most people used to say Friday the 13th because they made movies, Friday the 13th of wickedness. This is a spiritual thing that's going on in the world to where Satan will block people like me that is trying to wake someone up out here. And it's just like the system is blocking my videos. Because why? They want you to look at worldly things. They want you to look at drama, gossip, materialism, wealth, sports stuff. They want you to look at anything that excludes God. And they'll put you in the algorithm system. This is all I can tell you, people, is when God give me a mystery to preach on it. If you don't want to spread the video, I'm not going to force you. You don't want to watch the video, I'm not going to force you. But I want to make you people understand that Satan has possessed people. And the Bible tells us that Satan goes around to and from seeking to who he may devour, and he masquerades as an angel of light. So that means that people can come off as if they don't mean no harm. They come off cunningly. They come off speaking to you. Hey, how you doing? Do I know you from somewhere? Give me your wallet. They're all over the place. That's why I wanted to make this video to tell you people. Because you're in darkness, behaviors you should know a person have deteriorated spiritually. But you won't be able to detect it because I have a spiritual sense in me that I can sense even if a person is right next to me and won't even speak, or if they do speak, I can tell if they're a witch or a warlock. I'm not too fond of people being nice to me. When I go to the car wash, I had noticed this one brother. Hey, man, I sure like the color of your car, man. And I said, thank you. I respond kind of rudely because I don't want your conversation. Because that's how they lure you in. They come over and they act like they're admiring something about you. Give me your wallet. So when God is telling us, do not be a friend to the world, he said, live in the world, but don't be a friend to the world. And whosoever is a friend to the world is an enemy to me, Christ Jesus. I don't want friends. No, I'm glad I got rid of my family. Yes, I'm glad co-workers don't call me no more. I'm going to give you some rundown in a minute, but I want to make you people understand it's just like when you out in the world. All I can tell you people right now, the weekend is coming. You better stay home. Listen to me, people. Trash truck is coming down the road again on the other side, but I want to get this video out the way. I got other stuff I need to do, so I'll try to talk over it. All I can tell you people, you better stay home. If you're a busybody, you probably going to be leaving this world pretty early. That's all I can tell you. If you're a person that don't have a safety shield, a safety shield means that you live in a proper home that is secured with your doors, your windows, you got some backup plan, you got some weapons, you got a bulletproof vest. If you homeless and you sleeping in your car, if you sleeping in a trailer, a double wide trailer where bullets can go through it, I feel sorry for you because I'm trying to make you people understand that this world has deteriorated. Yes, this world has deteriorated. So it's best that you just go out when you have to. And when you go out, don't be window shopping. Listen to me, people. I'm going to give you two incidents. I'm going to give you one that was in the past. I'm going to give you one that just took place. We do know that it's prominent that active shooters is showing up everywhere. Okay, these are demon-possessed people. You can let them sear your conscience by telling you that we do know that this person was having some mental health issues. They don't have no parents, and the parents had abandoned them, and they were depressed and had a lot of anxiety, and so they went to go pick up an AR-15. The Bible is telling us that people are possessed by demons. I read it on another video. I'm not gonna keep going over it and over it and over. If you want to believe the statistics of doctors and counselors and psychologists and scientists and biologists and all that, go ahead. You going on out there window shopping and just going out there and party and twerk, go down 6th Street in Austin, Texas, go over there to the Mardi Gras and go over there gambling, and just go where you want to go. I'm just gonna give you my findings. You remember this guy named something Dillon? I forgot where. I think it was in Philadelphia somewhere. I may be wrong, but his name, something Dillon, went to an African American church. This is what I'm trying to make you understand, that if you're a real man and a woman of Christ, God said, my people are alert. You come over here knocking on my door with a backpack and say you need prayer, and she wants you to get escorted off my porch. First of all, I'm going to talk to you through the Ring doorbell. I ain't open up the door. I got surveillance and Ring cameras. Yeah, I got a monitor all in the house. I got 4 cameras. You can see who's coming and going. You cover up that camera, you just better watch where you're walking, because you're going to probably get a bullet. Because I figure if you crash my camera, you up to no good. That's the kind of person I am, people. If you take my camera off the wall, if you blur it out, whatever the case may be, I ain't standing by no windows. If you call yourself trying to come in here, I'm going to put it to you. That's right. And it ain't even Christmas season. I'm going to light you up. All right. I got that out the way. This Dillon guy said he wanted to have prayer. Goes in the church with these here African American people. They bowed their heads and prayed. First of all, he wouldn't have been in my church, and I wouldn't have bowed my head and closed my eyes. A white boy said he needed prayer, and went in that backpack and went to boom, 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 boom. Are you with me, people? Listen, you don't have to like me, but you want to be an idiot, and you want to go out here and act like you think you know what you're doing, you go right ahead. I told you, people may look normal to you, but they're not normal, okay? You have to have a spiritual gift of discernment. God will let you know. Something ain't right with this person. You're going to feel it. You see, he said, walk by faith, not by sight. You can't distinguish a person because, wow, they know how to put on a mask. Just like this Dillon guy went in that church. And just like this here, Buffalo, New York, Tops, guy went in the grocery store. He went and staked it out first, and out there talking to elders. Hey, how you doing, sir? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I just came by and wanted to go in here and pick up me some meat for the barbecue. And he walked around. Yeah, when I come back, I'm going to come on this aisle. And I noticed that a lot of African Americans coming here in this here grocery store. This is the number one grocery store that I was looking for. I can't stand black people. And then he traveled and came back. See, when you have discernment, God will let you see stuff that other people can't see. He'll give you a sense. You'll be like, you know what? I don't think we're going to go to that store. He'll detour you. And you, look, me and my wife pulled up to a store. I ain't going to say the name, but we both pulled up to a store, and I seen this car pull up. And this guy got out the car, and he closed his door, but he made it seem like, I mean, he was in a dark color Cadillac. I mean, the windows are so black, you couldn't even see in it. And my wife on her phone just looking at it, and she said, what's wrong, babe? I said, hold up. We're not going in the store right now. Look. What, babe? This guy was trying to act like he was trying to get back in his vehicle, but his alarm system wouldn't work. And we kind of parked like this here. We was right here. He was like in front of us. And he kept looking back at us, trying to see if we gonna get out the car. Remember what I just said. His windows were so dark that you could not see inside who else was in the car. When we was pulling up, he got out the car, and then he closed his driver door, and he tried to open it back up, and he kept hitting his alarm system thing like, what's up, you know? Let me tell you what I think. And I watched him, and I pulled my gun, and I said, babe, that's a decoy. She said, what? Well, let's go, honey. I said, no, hold up. So I said, this person is waiting for us to get out the car. Let me tell you what people are doing today. You got some criminals out here. They need your vehicle, or they'll rob you, or they need your vehicle to go do a drive-by. But they don't want to use their own vehicle. So they ride around, they look for people that they want to jack you for your car. Do you think people just want to ride around in your car knowing that the cops going to run your license plate after you just call in and say, this person just jacked me and took my car? No, you fools. They want the car because why? They getting ready to go do a drive-by and they're going to dump your car if they don't get caught after they jack you. So this is what people do. They are so anxious to go commit their crime. Hey, man, we need a car. All right, drive over here to the store. And the first person you see, jack date, you know what, so we can go do this drive-by. Yeah, he at home. Somebody say, hey, he's at home right now, so if y'all want to come by, I seen him go inside that house. I drove off already, but if y'all want to go by there and shoot that house up, this is the right time to do it. All right, just give us about 30 minutes. Don't leave. I want to make sure he don't leave. All right, well, we got to go get a car. So they'll go jack somebody, get a car, and go back and do a drive-by. I'm trying to educate you people. That's what they're doing today. Okay? But I want to give you some other behaviors that you should be able to be aware of. But since you don't have a spiritual awakening, this is what's going to happen to you in the world. I'm going to give you people some rundowns about some things that I saw when God had anointed me, since I've been anointed, that I have an uncle that been going to church since I can remember, since I was a teenager. And he's still living today. The thing about him, this was my mother's favorite brother. Him and my mother, brothers and sisters. My mother's deceased. All right. This uncle had 3 daughters. We're all about the same age vicinity, range. His older daughter was the same age as my older brother. Middle daughter, same age as my middle brother. And younger daughter, same age as me. All right. Isn't it funny that we all got birthdays in the same month? All right. I want to show you people something. That my uncle and his wife been going to church all their lives. Since I've known. I mean, they go, I just want to say Sunday through Saturday. They go to church. Anytime it's an event, if they selling plates, whatever, they go to church. Are you with me? New Year's, Christmas, they go to church. All right. His younger daughter, she jumped around out here in the world. She got 3 babies, maybe 3 baby daddies. All right. Well, this young man that she had by this guy that we was mutual friends, I used to go visit my uncle. And this was after my mother passed away. Long story short, I had noticed his behaviors that my uncle and his wife used to like giving gatherings at their house. And that's what was our tradition. We would always go over to either my mother's house or his house. So my mother passed away, so we used to go to his house. And all the family come over there, and we party, play cards, play dominoes, everybody drinking. This before I gave my life to Christ. I noticed that my youngest cousin, the same age as me, his youngest daughter, I don't mean to say my youngest cousin, my uncle's youngest daughter, which is the same age as me, as this boy was growing up, he became I want to say at the time, he probably was 18, 19. And everybody's in this one room and everybody is talking over each other and playing dominoes and cards. And I see this guy, he's sitting there flexing his muscles. And I'm looking at my uncle and I'm looking at the young lady that I'm married to today going, I know, babe. I said, what's wrong with this guy? I said, you all right, man? Yeah, cuz, I'm all right. take his shirt off and had on a muscle shirt. He doing like this. And just flexing. I say, go outside, come back. You can tell he was outside smoking weed. You smell the weed. And I'm looking at my uncle and them going. So what's wrong with this dude? So the dude goes outside and take off his woman beater shirt, comes back inside. And then the uncle, he said, what's wrong with you, boy? Why you keep going back in and outside? You busybody. And I'm like, everybody should notice that this dude had on a shirt like me. And all of a sudden, he took the shirt off. He on a muscle shirt. And then he comes back in with no shirt. He just sitting up there flexing. Just flexing. And everybody just, like it's normal. So I hadn't been around in a long time. So me and my wife said, babe, I'm uncomfortable. What is wrong with him? Then he goes outside and come back with like 3 dudes and some females, and it looked like some hood rats. I mean, some gangs. And I'm looking at my uncle, and some of them had their pants hanging down with red shorts and shoes on. And my uncle looking at it, yeah, they all laughing. And me and my wife say, hey, man, we be back. We gonna go get some ice, man. No, we got some ice. Well, my wife don't like drink what y'all drinking, and they know, man, you ain't coming back. You said that right. So we get in our car. And we leave. And my brother used to call me and say, man, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all Ghostbusters? Why y'all always leaving the party? So I don't want to tell him because he's going to go back and tell everybody. So I'm trying to not make everybody mad at me. Me and my wife, we want to kind of see. It's been a while. Like 3 months go by. Hey, babe, you know, something was really wrong with my cousin's son. I know, honey. Me and my wife, we discussed this, right? All right. Time goes by. And we goes and pass by my uncle's house, and we see this dude. We passing by trying to do it in a sneaky way. We don't want them to know because I had bought a new car and they didn't know my car. So we passed by and we seen this dude, my cousin, my second cousin, my first cousin's son, sitting out in the hot sun. I'm talking like it's 108 degrees outside in the summertime, sweating and taking his car loose. You can see the wires in the dashboard. You can see the doors. He got all the doors open, and he's got all type of look like he's trying to recreate this car. So my wife said, "Did you see that? That was your cousin's son." I said, "Yeah." We do a turnaround, so we want to make sure. I said, "Yeah, that is him." So my wife took a picture of it with her phone. So we goes home, and we call my brother. I said, "Hey man, when the last time you seen our cousin's son?" Oh, you hadn't heard? No, what's going on, man? I said, you remember that party we had a while back? Yeah, what's going on? I said, man, he was acting weird. Yeah, I know, man. They put him out. I said, well, we just passed by and we seen him. Does he have like a burgundy Mazda 626, like an old model? Yeah, that's him. Man, what's wrong with him? Man, he ain't the same, dog. He ain't the same. I said, what you mean? Well, his mama bought him that car, man, and they said he started taking it loose. I mean, they bought that car, man. Whoever had that car, man, he bought that car in good condition. He started driving it, man, and just started taking it loose. And you know, our uncle went out there asking, boy, what are you doing? Well, I want to put this door on that side, that door on this side. I want to change the doors, put the front doors to the back door. Y'all think I'm making this up? No, I'm not making it up. He wanted to take the dashboard out in the front dashboard and put it in the back. He said, I want to swap the car. So that's when the uncle started noticing something ain't right with this boy. So do you understand that this boy used to close the doors and ride down the street and one tire be flat and just ride down the street and we go, there go such and such. And it'll end up getting, the cops will pull him over and they'll pound the car, take him to jail. The parents will get him out of jail. So he still wants to get around. So my brother said, hey man, you know that car got pounded, man, and they ain't gonna get it out, man. They gonna teach him a lesson. And you know, his mother bought him a bicycle, and we seen him on the bridge and stopped and hollered at him, saying, hey, what's going on, so-and-so? And he was like, hey, what's going on? Hey, you know over there in that building? And my brother said, he just started talking about crazy stuff. My brother said, what building? over there in that building, they got a lot of people over there in that building. I'm trying to get over there on my bike. And so my brother said, he asked him, what happened to your car? And he said the boy stopped on the bike. And he told me, he said, D, me and my wife, we shook our head, man. When I said, what happened to your car? He just stopped and looked at them and took the bike and threw it over the bridge and started walking, talking to himself. So me and my wife, we goes over there to the house where he used to live. He's living in an alley now. An alley over there by the house, just degrading them, just with a basket full of stuff. And you pass by, and I passed by one time and I let the window down and said, what's going on, cuz? Oh, hey, what's up, kid? He'll know your name and everything. And then he'll just start talking. Hey, you see those people hanging in the tree? And me and my wife, we look at each other. I said, no, man, I don't see them people hanging in the tree. Yeah, right down there. Look, right down there, they're hanging in the tree. Yeah, I was down there talking to him earlier. I want you to process it. See, I want to tell you people something that's in the Bible. And this is what's going on in the world today, how many kids are being cursed. You see, God is angry because he says that if you spare the rod, what's the rod? To your child, you hate your child and you'll lose your child. What does he mean? He's not talking about right away death. You're going to lose them. They're going to lose their minds. I'm going to curse them. And it's going to be a product of you. So I asked my uncle, well, what happened to so-and-so? Man, I don't know. He got a hold of something. They saying that he was dating a female and she put something in one of his drinks. When he was smoking weed, they put something in one of his weed. So, but why is he out there like that? I remember his mama was always running streets, going to clubs, a busybody. That's what God means. If you don't train your kids to the way of me, you're going to lose them. And that's what he means. That's why Sonia Massey was that way. You people can hate me all you want to. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Had an older brother that passed away a year ago. I'm sorry, going on 3 years. He started talking to himself. He wouldn't bathe. He thought he was a scientist. How is it that a guy that don't have nothing want to give you some advice? He would always involve himself in conversation. He could be sitting on the sideline and people would be talking about something productive. Yeah, Donald Trump passed this bill and the brother that's homeless don't have nothing going for him no more. Just jumped out the military, ain't got nothing going for him. Saying, oh, hold up. What y'all need to know is that the president of the United States is this, and I always want to give you their 2 cents. But their life is jacked up. That's how you know they deteriorated. You're going to take advice from somebody that don't have nothing going for them, and them are always the ones that want to speak up. I tell my wife, why, when her son was living here, me and my wife could be in the living room discussing stuff. He could be in the room. He'll come out the room. You ain't even got a roof over your head. And he'll come in there and give us his 2 cents. And I look at my wife. Yeah, I need to talk to him, baby. So that's what happened to my older brother, too. A man that was in the military. And they just deteriorate. Start just. I told you people, without God, Satan is going to get possession of you. I mean, my brother, when he lived with my middle brother said, man, our brother is gone. I said, what, man? He'll go in the restroom, man. We don't even hear the shower running. He'll flush the toilet, but we don't hear the sink running. He won't brush his teeth. Was missing 2 front teeth, wouldn't get his teeth fixed. And my brother said that they would be sitting in the living room and he'll come downstairs. They live in a 2-story house and start talking to them. And it'd be late at night and him and his wife would be listening to my brother just talking off the wall. And he said, we'll both get up and just go to the bedroom. He said, they'd be in the room laughing because he'd be in the living room sitting by himself still talking like he's talking to them. Look, people, if you don't know Christ, you probably laughing on this video and thinking it's funny. What? But if you have a moral, sound mind person and you got morals, you're going to be like, man, this is crazy. You're going to take heed to what I'm trying to tell you about what's out in the world. You see them on the bus stop. You could be at a red light. You see a person go cross the street, other street, and do a circle, and just be talking to some invisible person. Yeah, and just talking crazy. I got a father, people, like I told you, he's still living. I hope and pray that God would lead me as an elder, that if I get older and older, that I know that I need to get rid of this house and put myself in a nursing home. You know, I'll be honest with you people. Am I kind of leery about nursing homes? I am. I really am. Because I know it's filthy people in there. I don't care if you get the best nursing home. I just know that it's gonna be some people in there that ain't gonna bathe. They listen to me. They rusty. They ain't gonna bathe. I'm trying to be nice on this video, but I already know. So, but I don't want to be walking around in my own house smelling like boo-boo. Are you with me, people? All right. Just maybe 3 years ago, I started noticing when I used to go by my father's house and cut his grass and do some stuff around the house. And as I was outside cutting the grass, I would think to myself, and I never caught on to it. And my dad would come outside, and he would stand there. Hey, I told you, boy, you didn't have to do this, man. How much I owe you? I said, Dad, you don't owe me nothing. I'm just going to do it for you, man, because I know you're kind of blind. You can't see, and you're old now. And I was like, so I looked down at my shoes and see if I stepped in some boo-boo. So I look at my shoes. My shoes is clean. So I just come home and I go, I don't know. Every time my dad come outside, it smell like boo-boo. I said, I don't know if he got catched and got in his garage or something. So I'm going to really check it out the next time I go over to his house. They get forgetful. So when I used to walk through his front door, I seen a box of diapers. Look, it said like diapers. But I didn't read the whole box. All I saw on there one time, it said diapers. But it said for elderly people. It's for elderly people diapers. But I thought, so one day I asked my father, I said, and I went over there, I said, smell that. Every time I talk to him, I smell that smell. And I go, hey, Dad, what's up with them when you first walk in the front door, your front door, right there on your stand, there's a box of diapers. You got some lady coming over here with kids? No, boy. You know, I done got old. I can't hold mine like you hold yours. You know, my muscle is gone back there. That's my diapers. I said, what? Oh. So I said, that's where that boo-boo smell been coming from. You walking around. So listen to me, people. I want you to get this here. My dad was always a sharp man, had nice cars. I'm talking about decked out with rims, Vogue tires. He loved Sevilles and Cadillacs and nice pickup trucks. If he got a pickup truck, he loved Chevy GMC. He was pimping out. I mean, they look nice. My father is almost 86, 87, people. You ought to still see how he dressed. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. He dressed like a young man, but got a diaper on. Listen, some people don't want to let go of their image. That's what the Bible talks about Saul in the Bible. That Saul only cared about keeping up his image, his outer appearance. He didn't please God. Okay, you got to please God. So this is what the world is doing. Many people today are just trying to keep an image on the outer appearance, meaning that my dad, have you seen those YouTube shows where they got them dancing halls, the old people, they're sitting there like they like dancing like they're young, and you can see in the back of their pants they got a bulge back there. That's a diaper. Sitting around there, you know when they move, that poop just coming out. And they dancing and stuff. So that's how you know they're deteriorating. I want to be sitting down somewhere. I don't want to be walking around and people can smell me because I want to be slow to move because I don't want no poop to come out. You got what I'm saying? I want to be somewhere where I can just go, oh, let me get this off of me. And I'm going to buy a lot of diapers because if I poop in one, I'm going to change that diaper. I'm not going to just be, it came out again. Just let the diaper fill up. You know how babies are when babies used to poop in a diaper, you can smell it through the clothes. You're like, ooh, you must have did something. Grown people today. Anyway, people, that's people over here doing this roof, and they're up here talking and stuff. But anyway, I let you know about my cousin's son, my older brother. My father. My father's so forgetful. I went over there one time and just out the blue. Yeah, what you want? I said, Dad, I'll come to see you. Oh, you quit bringing your A over here. Don't you come over here no more. I said, what? What did I do? Like I said, don't you come over here no more. So he called me next week. Hey, man, I hadn't heard from you in a while, man. I like talking to you. I said, Dad, I don't come over there no more. You forgot what you told me? Nah, I don't know what you talking about, boy. Dad, I came and knocked on your door and wanted to come see you just out the blue. And you told me not to come over there no more. Stop lying on me, boy. I ain't tell you that. You gonna come around here now? I said, no, because you told me not to come no more. Me and my wife, which my wife liked to go to Starbucks. I'm trying to show you people the behaviors you should know a person have deteriorated. Listen to me, people. It's a certain Starbucks that my wife liked going to by our house. Oh my goodness, man. Sometimes we'll go early in the morning. This will wake me up because I forget all the time. We'll go up to the drive-thru. We'll order whatever she want. I gotta stop trying to laugh because this is funny. And my wife go, honey, be nice, honey. It's hard when you see stuff like this. I look at my wife and go, you don't want me laughing at this man, but you can just disrespect me behind closed doors. It makes me mad, people. And I try to get along with my wife, but this the kind of stuff why I really have to show my godly character. We order, we go through the drive-thru, and the man opens up the window, and this man talk like me. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all doing okay? Yes, sir. We doing fine. The man got purple and green hair, lipstick on, eyeliner, and eyelashes. And you trying to hold your laugh. What do you say? Like, what the? This person don't act feminine. This man didn't say, hey, good morning. How y'all doing? Oh, hey, how y'all doing? You doing all right this morning? Didn't have no kind of gay tendencies, nothing. Sound like a real man. I've talked about this one, and I hope he get it right. And I told my wife, if you don't talk to your son, I tell my wife, if you don't talk to your son, I asked him this question. Straight out. Are you homeless? And he's sleeping in his car. He said no. And he didn't stutter. Not really. I want to tell you people something. Listen. If you decide to let your apartment go, if you decide to let your home go, or if you renting a room from an Airbnb, if you living in somebody's garage, shed, if you living in a van, anything that's on wheels, if you living in it, it is not considered a home. If you are renting a room in a home, that is not your home. That's a room. If you have an apartment and you got your own apartment, that's not homeless. If you have a trailer, a single wide trailer, that's not homeless. It may be on wheels, but they'll take them wheels and jack it up to where it's on some stalks, and that house is permanent right there. It's a home. Are you with me? Single wide, double wide, that's a home. But if you can go from to and from, and drive around the city, and got a bed in the back seat, the trunk, whatever the case may be, that is not a mobile home. That is not a home. You can put a microwave refrigerator and put some curtains around it. That is not a home. You can go get you a tent and stay in the woods or in a homeless area. Go live in a shelter, a homeless shelter. That is not your home. It's a temporary stay. It's on wheels. Moving on down the list. I'm trying to make you understand the mindset of people. Got a brother, the one I told you about, that's living, and he's married. All right, I've told you some other things on my other videos. I want to see if you catch this. I want to make you see, if you say you're a Christian, I want you to see the mindset of people's behaviors and their thought processes. Okay. My brother and his wife joined this church, and they degrade me because I don't go to no church, and I'm not going. This is my church right here, that I fear the Lord and I believe in him wholeheartedly. This is my church that you see right here, this home. I got a roof over my head. That's right. And it's a good sized home. It's got all type of rooms. It's got an office and a man cave. It's got everything. Backyard, front yard. This is my church. And now I'm trying to give you some ministry out of my church. All right. Well, my brother and his wife had met these people at their church. And this pastor and one of his constituents turned my brother onto a pyramid scheme. And him and his wife decided that they were working on some permanent jobs. This pyramid scheme started going well to where they were plucking money off the computer, and they went and bought them a brand new bedroom set, a brand new formal dining set, and bought them some furniture, and they was like, woo, man, I ain't got to work no more. And quit their jobs. And I called my brother, hadn't talked to him in a while, and said, man, I hadn't heard from you in a while. What's going on? I ain't seen you nowhere. He told his wife, she was on the background. He said, baby, tell him, we retired. We ain't got to work no more. Ooh-wee. I try to tell you people these stories, and when I think about people's mindsets, I can't keep a straight face. Do you know my brother and his wife quit those jobs that they had, and that pyramid scheme crashed to where they couldn't get no more money off their computer, and they were about to lose their houses, and they tried to hide that they both were Uber drivers. I used to see my brother's wife on the other side of town, opposite to where they live, and I used to call my brother on the phone and say, man, look like I see your wife over here on such and such street. No, that ain't my wife. She at work. And then later on down the line, they got drunk and told me and my wife, yeah, man, we almost lost our homes. All right, moving forward. You would think that they learned their lesson. He gets a job, and I don't know if you know these trucks. I don't know the name of the company, but he used to go and deliver gas for Bucky gas stations and stuff, their gas pumps. So he told me, man, I found me another job, man. Yeah, man. Ooh, I love it, man, because I get to go to these Buckies, man. Them women be coming in there looking fine. Ooh, I said, man, that's good, man. You found your job. Yeah, man. Next thing you know, his wife was out of town. She called me and told me, hey, D, can you go to such and such city? Where he had flipped his here 18-wheeler full of gas. He flipped it. And he came out of there alive. They put a big old gash in his head. The truck didn't blow up. So I went to go get him. And I said, man, what happened? Oh, man, this goddamn road I was on, man, this backcountry road, man, I went off the road a little bit because I was reaching for my fountain drink. It was about to fall into the seat. Let me reverse for you again. I tried to rewind this for you so you can get it. I said, what happened, man? When I went to go get him from the hospital. He said he was on the back street, and he said that his fountain drink was about to fall off the seat. He had just stopped and got him a fountain drink. A fountain drink. And it was about to go off the seat into the floorboard, and so he reached to grab it and lost control and flipped that truck and dumped 8,000 gallons of diesel. What you think? Man, he fell asleep. You crazy if you think I'm going to sit up there and risk my life for let that fountain drink fall all in the floorboard. I'll get it later, but I'm going to pay attention to this truck because I got some hazard materials on this truck, some flammables. Are you with me, people? Oh, that ain't the kicker. He stayed with that story to this day. So I was at work at the time. I hadn't been retired, and I said, hey, man, you know, one of our homeboys worked for Hazmat. He called me because We deal with hazmat too, the job that I work for. He said, hey man, I saw your brother, man. I heard that your brother flipped the truck in such and such city. Man, he made a mess. I said, what? He said, man, they had to dig their ground up like 30 feet down. All that contaminated diesel, man. What? He said, and also he clipped a grocery store coming the opposite way, and all their groceries went everywhere. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, your brother did some damage. So I called my brother when he got to the hospital. Time went on. I said, hey, man, what do you think this company gonna do to you? What do you mean, D? I said, one of my homeboys, man, worked for hazmat, man. He said you clipped another truck coming the opposite way. It was a grocery truck. I know. Dwayne, D, the company is gonna pay for the accident. The insurance company. I said, I know that the insurance company gonna cover them. I said, but listen, bro. Are you going to get reprimanded? Or they going to ban your CDL license? Or are you going to lose your job? No! Quit calling me, asking me, what about my job? I'm secured. I said, okay. I kept harassing him a little bit. And he didn't answer the phone call. So he called me and said, hey, man. I said, what's going on? I thought he was going to say, I got my job back. I bought my wife a new car. I said, what? Why are you so surprised? I said, you ain't heard nothing from your job? D, quit bringing it up about my job, man. I just called you to let you know, man. Are y'all at home? I'm going to drive by and show you my wife's new car. My brother went and bought his wife a new car while they had him on administrative leave trying to find out what took place, DPS and all that kind of stuff, the DMV, whatever you call it. They get involved. And, they got hazmat come out there. They do a root cause. They try to find out, how did this guy go off the road? This, and that. Is it his fault? Was he drunk? Did he fall asleep? They're going to do an analysis, right? And I'm going to show you what a reprobate do. He gets a phone call. I want to think after he told me he bought the car, I want to say probably maybe 2 weeks later. He calls me. Say, D! I said, what's up, man? You all right? Man, I can kick this white mother in his ass. What happened, man? Man, these motherfuckers gonna call me telling, hey, Mr. So-and-so, we just want to call you and let you know, sir, that we did an investigation. And my brother said, well, just get to the point. Well, it's not going to work for you, sir. We just going to have to let you go. Here go another one. I'm almost there. I'm going to let you people go. Behaviors. Behaviors. You should know a person have deteriorated. God, listen, it's in the Bible about a seared conscience. Know God. You make decisions that is a reprobate. Now, this is a retired man I'm getting ready to tell y'all about that worked at the same company that I worked, had more time than me, had a higher position than me, and he lived in my same neighborhood, probably about 5 blocks down the road. He knew I had a pickup truck, so I want to show you how the conversation went. Hey, D. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, man, I ain't seen you in a long time. Yeah, what's happening, man? Hey, man, you mind, man? Can I use your truck? I said, what do you mean, use my truck? I don't lend my truck out. No, man. I got this wash machine that went bad on me, man, and I called Costco. I said, okay. Now, mind you, I know that this guy drinks a lot. So this is how he told me. I got a spiritual awakening. So he said, yeah, I called Costco. I had bought a wash machine from them a while back. See, God's people are listeners. He said, be slow, swift to listen, and slow to speak. I got a spiritual awakening. He said he bought this washing machine a while ago from Costco, and it stopped working. And he said he called Costco and asked them, do they do returns and exchanges? And they said yes. If you don't have a spiritual awakening like I do, you probably going, okay, what did he say? What did he say wrong? I'm going to let you soak on it. I want to see if you catch it. He asked this question with no details. Do y'all do returns and exchanges? Yes. Let me show you how this store is on a business level. Well, he asked a question, and whoever answered the phone, they know that if you buy products from them, and if it's something like electronic or some cameras or something like that, washers and dryers, generators, if it doesn't work and if it's in the warranty, if it hadn't expired, yeah, they do returns and exchanges. He didn't ask that. They do returns and exchanges. So let me tell you what I did. Hey, man, I called him before I went up there. I said, before I come up there, man, you ready, right? He said, yeah. I said, you got the washing machine on? Yeah, man. I said, now, when you called Costco, did you handle your business? Did you talk to them with details? Yeah, they told me to go ahead and come on up here. I want to see if you people get it. Let me show you how I get on the phone. Yeah, could I speak to the manager? The manager's not in right now. Well, could I speak to the next person that's in charge? Yeah, hold on for a minute. What is your name? D. Manager gets on the phone. Hey, how you doing, Mr. So-and-so? My name is such and such, such and such. I have a receipt here, sir, and I can't really read the receipt, but do y'all do returns and exchanges that can you look it up in my account or whatever to see that I bought a washing machine from you people and the washing machine stopped working, and I think I've had it less than a year. How long do y'all give warranties? The person may say, well, it depends on what kind of washing machine. What year and brand is it? Because we give different warranties. Year warranties, 2-year warranties. It depends on what brand. Or I have a GE. Hold on for a minute, sir. So they're going to walk me through it. Yeah, bring it on by, sir. I must see. I want to be for sure. You sure you can't read the receipt? No, I can't read the receipt. It's faded. Yeah, well, if it's a number on the top of there and I can run your washer through and we can see, do you mind? Or we can send a candidate to your house and scan that thing and see if you got a warranty so you won't have to load it up. That's how I do business. So I goes over to his house. When I get there, he don't even have the washing machine unhooked. His garage is built to where they built a wall in their garage because the garage has where the washing machine and dryer's in the garage, and they built a wall where you can't bring it to the front while backed up in the driveway, so you got to go off this step, which was a drop-off. So I'm pissed off. Like, you asked to use my truck. You didn't ask me, can I come over here and get the washing machine? So he goes over there. Long story short, I'm already mad about that, and I'm dealing with a supposed to be Christian drunk. So he takes the washing machine over to Costco, and they take it off my truck and put it on this here roller, took it back in. He told me, hey, man, there's a lot of traffic. You might want to go way over there and park. I'll call you on your phone. All right, bro. He calls me, hey, man, can you come back over here? I'm telling you, people, it wasn't even 5 minutes. I said, what's going on, man? You got to drive back over here. I said, what's going on? I gets over there. I ain't putting that washer back on our truck. They rolled it out and just left it out there. Said, we can't give you no exchange. He said, they're going to tell me that I had to wash it longer than the warranty. They better come out here and put it on my truck, on your truck. I said, hey, man, you wrong if you did. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he did tell me with his dumb self that he called and asked them, do they do returns? But he didn't ask the details. So they rolled it back out there by my truck, and they went inside. I said, well, man, look here. I'm not finna stand up here. I was embarrassed. People walking outside looking at us. So I dumped him off at home, and I said, man, I ain't helping you put that washing machine back together. Now, do you see what I'm trying to tell you about people? The deterioration of their minds. Don't know how to handle business. Listen to me, people. The company that I drive for, I'm sorry, the company that I work for, we all had to go get CDL license. I didn't have CDL license. I did not have CDL license before I started this company. They send you to class, or they'll make you go get your CDLs on your own. All right. An African-American guy got hired. I had talked about him on another video, which he's supposed to be a pastor. All right. They used to put this guy with me, and we had big old machine trucks. I used to run like digging machines and cranes and stuff of that nature. So I was running this digging machine, and I asked this here African-American guy, we parked with my driver's side door facing somebody's property. And my machine is on the other side to where I need to turn around and be facing the other way so I can lift that machine off and dig in the ground. So I tells him, he got CDL license. I said, hey, bro, get in the truck. So I'm standing out there putting cones on the street. I said, get in the truck and go down the street and do a turnaround and come back this way. Guess what he did? He went down the street and went around the block and came back the same way. I thought something was wrong. He let the window down. He said, how far you want me? I said, why'd you come back the same way? You told me to go down the street and go around the corner. I said, I told you to go down the street and turn around and come back the opposite way. You didn't say that. I said, get out the truck. I just made a video, people. Listen, I'm trying not to laugh. Who you think gave me CDL? Who do you think that passed him to get his CDL license? Huh? I guarantee you somebody that kept trying to explain to him and say, just pass this guy. Let the company deal with him. There's some people like that. Like, this guy's going to kill himself. So I used to look at him and go, who gave you your CDL license? I'm telling you, people. That's why the Bible says, let the blind lead the blind. They both will fall into a pit. And you don't see the behaviors in people because you just like them. That's why I told you on another video that when you see people watching this judge and watching people that's talking about crap, stupid, watch stupid. Listen, people, and I'm going to let you people go. The Bible says in Proverbs 16:22, it says, understanding spiritual insight is a refreshing and boundless wellspring of life to those who have it. What do you say? Understanding spiritual insight. God opened my eyes, people. When God baptized you with his Holy Spirit, you're no longer going to be in darkness, and you're not going to be an idiot. You're going to have a sound mind, a spirit of love and power. He says, but to give instruction and correction to fools is foolishness. They don't get it. You will argue with them until you turn blue. They don't get it. They need a spiritual awakening. That's why God said, walk off. Hang up the phone when you're talking to somebody stupid, especially parents. All right, Dad, click. All right, Mom, click. Don't cuss them out. Because the Bible says, honor thy father and mother, and your days will be longer. I want to make you people understand. This is why I don't have friends, and I'm going to let you people go. You better buckle down and be careful who you flock with. These are the people that is going through something, and they can hide it good. You can be sitting in the house with them and having a conversation with them. Y'all all having a good time. This person just go out in the car and come back inside and just boom, 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 boom. I watch people. Yes, listen to me, people. You probably say, what? You living like that? My wife knows when I got another room that I sleep in. When we having beef, I got a lock on it. I make sure she ain't coming in there. And I got my gun with me. Because if she's not agreeing with me, that means she's gotten attacked by demons, and I don't know what's on her mind when I correct her. So I walk around with my gun. Yes, your own partner can go against you, poison you. That's what's happening in the world. You trust your spouse. Especially if you don't know what they're doing out in the world, you trust them. God said, trust no one. And you probably saying, no, I just might as well not be with the person. I don't want to live like that. Well, then listen to me. That's the kind of generation we in right now. The Bible says that it's going to get worse and worse. That means the person that you lay right next to, the person in there you riding that pony, that's the person that's going to delete you. Yeah. Yeah. And the person that you let ride the pony, that person will poison you and delete you and set you up. Look what happened to the Renz and White. Many of them, Christopher Watts. It's happening every day. I don't want you no more. Then she get deleted. Put a restraining order on him. He violate the restraining order. They don't care about the law no more, people. They will poison you. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, people. Marriage has deteriorated. People don't value marriages. They get together for personal gain. They're not with you because they're godly people. Nah, I married him, girl, because he got some loot. And as soon as he piss off, guess what, girl? He ain't acting right. He ain't let me go shop no more. I don't even sleep with him no more. You think you can take him out? Well, how much you gonna charge me? I mean, how much you gonna pay me? They putting price on people's heads. That's the world we live in. And that's the reason why I don't have friends. And that's the reason I'm not trying to rekindle with family members. No, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Don't you come over here playing. I go to grocery stores. People be looking at me and I'll be like, well, I don't know why you stand like that. I'll be looking at their hands. Look at Austin, Texas. Man, look like an 8. Running around with an AR-15, plucking people off. Uvalde. A demon goes in there and take out all these kids and 2 teachers. I'm going to read this and I'm going to let you people go. If you don't get it, you're going to get got. You can laugh at my videos, but this is a video channel that's trying to tell you, you better buckle down. And you listen to all that garbage. You go ahead and listen to that judge and all them stupid people talking about, hey, Bougie got arrested and talking about all these rappers and stuff. So-and-so got and all that, talking about all these killings and stuff. And you know God. And you'll be the same one out there twerking and going off on some yacht in Florida, dancing and fall off, and the propeller take your head and rip you to pieces. Proverbs 18:24. The man of too many friends, chosen indiscriminately, will be broken in pieces and come to ruin. It says the man of too many friends, chosen indiscriminately, will be broken in pieces and come to ruin. But there is a true loving friend who is reliable and sticks closer than a brother. You got all those people on your YouTube site, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And there's a person in this world that got the same spirit as the devil, jealousy and envy. And you call him your friend on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You get on YouTube, hi y'all, hey friends. And it can be one trying to find out your location. Just because they subscribe to your channel and they part of your views, and it could be an enemy that has subscribed to your channel. And you look at it as being one of your views, your audience, and you sit there talking nice and don't think that one of your enemies have subscribed to your channel and trying to find out your whereabouts. All I can tell you people is this. God is my best friend. He just told me right here. He said there is a true loving friend who is reliable and sticks closer than a brother. I don't depend on anyone giving me admiration, encouraging me. Yes, I put it out there that if a person say they're a godly person, male or female, then why is it that you don't want to talk to me on earth, but you plan on going to heaven and you'll talk to me up there? God is reading your heart. If you don't want to talk to me down here, you never going to get up there. Jerusalem is coming to earth. The new Jerusalem. He said that we will inherit the land. So if you don't want to talk to me down here, you won't inherit the land. The Bible is crystal clear. The wages of sin is death. And he said, love one another, to be kind to one another. How is it that he says that you go to church or in your home, Lord, 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 I love you, who you have never seen? But can I even love your own brothers and sisters who you have seen?